Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. Hopefully it'll turn up a treat. Just thought I heard something making a funny noise, like a rattling noise. Don't know what that was. Was it outside? Anyway, enough of that, folks. Okay, let's see how we go with this. We have here Turkish Delight wrapper. I didn't eat this, I found it and I decided to souvenir it and use it because I like the colour in that. I've done these before, but you know, they all look different when they're unwrapped and they've just been utilised, eaten and discarded. I actually think I might add a background colour for this. Going magenta, which is pretty much the colour of the wrap. Okay, out it comes, and that's come up looking quite a treat. Actually, a treat, yeah. Right, you get that. I do wonder, we're going to tilt it. We're going to make it into something more interesting than just that. So it's a Turkish delight indeed. They taste really, really nice. They're really nice. I don't eat them these days because I'm conscious of my potential to gain weight, because it's easy for a person like myself to put on weight. And I don't like putting on weight. I just have to keep my weight gain only when it's necessary, when I've lost a bit too much, because I'm trying to hover at a certain weight, not to go up or down if possible. My GP reckons I should gain a little bit of weight because I am a bit underweight due to my dieting and and she's a bit worried about me. Now let's come up looking really quite nice. I do need to enlarge it more on the horizontal and on the vertical as well. So I'm going to have to use this as my, I don't know if I'm going to use that one. Yeah, folks, I'm really missing a loved one at the moment. I'm trying to get in touch with him. I'm trying to get in touch with him through the Channel 9 6 o'clock news, and it's really proving to be difficult to try and get myself out there and get recognised also as an artist. And it really is difficult to do that when you get lack of cooperation from the media, and I do need the media onto this. I just get so lonely without my partner, and it really gets tough for me a lot. And I just can't seem to make any ends meet. It's hard to get by, and when the cost of living has gone up and you're living on a disability pension. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful to get this Centrelink payment, because if it wasn't for Centrelink I'd be on the street begging, and I'd end up, I don't know where I'd be without Centrelink, folks. If it wasn't for Centrelink, I'd be dead, folks. It's not a glamorous way of living, but it's better than fuck all. And I really appreciate it, but I'd like to move on and be able to pay my way and make money doing what I'm good at, not focusing on the disability. I don't want to focus on what I can't do. I want to focus on what I can do. And that's what I'm intending to do with this TV campaign, is focusing on what I'm good at. And this is photocopier art. This is what I bring to the table, so as to speak. This is my talent. This is my primary gift. And I want to be recognised as someone who's gifted, not fucking just a person living with disability. And I don't want to be disabled, as in, I can't get, there's no cure for disabilities. Most disabilities, folks, that's the thing. They don't have enough medicine or technology to deal with most disabilities, and most people with disabilities have to live a very compromised way of life, and it really is quite difficult dealing with that. But what can you do? You're disabled. That's it. You have like a bad set of cards that has been dealt toward you in your direction, and basically you have to somehow find the deck of cards that's any good. And this is it. This is my primary set of cards, which I feel I've got a good dealing with, but I don't find that the establishment really care about people like myself. I don't want to be focusing on my disability for the rest of my life. I don't want to be working in essentially a sheltered workshop, which is known nowadays as an ADE, an Australian Disability Enterprise. So you can imagine being disabled, you're doing a lot of menial tasks, you're working hard, and you're not, because of your disability, you're basically graded on what you produce. So you're living on a productivity-based wage, and unlike a normal person, you usually can't output much work efficiently. A person like myself is prone to errors, and also very slow and error prone. And I've tried working in open employment, and to no avail. I just couldn't do it. I tried my best. It took a relatively long time to find out I had something wrong with me. I know I've had a couple of disabilities that have been undiagnosed. I had cord around my neck and I came out breech, and I basically have an intellectual disability, even though that's not been diagnosed. Also, I believe I have high functioning autism, which I consider now it's an asset for me to do this kind of work efficiently. And there's another disability that has been diagnosed, and it's what's given me my Centrelink entitlement. And basically I can't talk about it because I'm so ashamed of it. It's got a load of stigma attached, and it's also caused major problems in my living standards. And I just have multiple disabilities, at least two of which have not been diagnosed. So you can imagine I'm not living the life that I'd like to be, but I want to be recognised for this. This is my gift to the world. Obviously, courtesy of the high functioning autism, folks. So yeah, not all disabilities are bad, folks, as I just said. But I do want to get diagnosed for the high functioning autism and the intellectual disability. And the high functioning autism is difficult to diagnose apparently in females, and mine's extremely mild. So I'm hoping to go and see a professor called he's not a doctor, he's a professor, he's Professor Tony Atwood, and he's one of the most greatest authorities on autistic spectrum disorders. And I need to fucking have him on the side, because I think if there's anyone who could properly diagnose this problem, which used to be a problem but is a use, he's the one for it. And this one's come up a real cracker. I think we can now call this demo quits.